So Hyattsville, this has been a pleasure and an honor to exist with you all. Before I go into this last poem, I want to tell you all, simply put, I love you as people. You know, to have an opportunity to spend this time with you all is important to me because I know many of you all, most if not all, I may never see again in my life. But I want to make damn sure the type of energy I leave on you is like, this guy, you know what? Whether I like, love, or hate him, I love that energy about it. God damn, you can't deny that. And I'm going to keep pouring that on the people for the rest of my days. If you enjoyed anything that I'm about, I have product in the back. We can speak about that thereafter because the artists, I was so impressed with just the art that you all got up, especially on the guitar. I love that band's love, man. She was so nice to me outside, too random, standing at the door. She's like, hey, I like those shoes. God damn it, yeah, thank you. You know, we became friends right then. You know, we friends for life now. Fuck that, we friends for life. You stuck with me. But just in addition to it, you know, whether you want anything or not from it, whether it's just a smile, a handshake, or a hug before you head on your way, if you want to donate to the family business, we have a nonprofit. It's simply on Cash App, and you can just simply Cash App QUICKThePoet. But
is it spelled properly?
And yes, ma'am. Let me make sure. You know, because my education is low, pretty solid too. You know, damn it, shit. It is QUICKThePoet. Whether it's $1 or whatever you want to send. That's my kids actually, ironically, I'm big on legacy moves. And they are co-owners of my 3 businesses. So, we work hard to get done. Because as we this transition into this last poem, last year, January 15, 2021, my mom passed away. And I'm living in my most challenging days. I can't lie. I'm in my most successful position. But losing her, it showed me a lot about who I was, who I am. And it just made me even so much more than a husband. So I'm gonna leave my mom on y'all. You impact so many people. It is the man, the husband, and the father that you are. I will forever be like humble, processing that priceless compliment expressed me in that deep conversation shared with my good friend, and poetic sister and rhyme Barbara B. Trader, because I would never claim to be perfect. Lord knows how far I've come from being held up off of that pavement. Sometime back in the mid-'80s, when a teenager with no license was joyriding through my neighborhood and collided into me around the age of 7 and almost sent me on the first-class early bird one-way ticket back to meet our Creator. As cliche as it may sound, I'm extremely grateful that the expiration date set on the elevation of my highway to heaven was extended because very similar to Jonathan Smith, it's very evident that history proves to present day that the good Lord had additional plans for me. And as thankful as I am to have survived that unforgettable memory that ended with a new beginning of my mother holding my hand and the recovery of the Broward General Hospital just after that incredible medical team miraculously found a way to close that hole in my head and stop the massive internal bleeding. It was equally painful processing 3 decades later back to the future, like Marty, how to properly channel my anger. Standing in the Miami North Shore Hospital in reverse roles, but unlike my mother was able to do for me, I was unable to save her with only one option to rescue arguably my greatest human hero and savior. I had to keep going, moving forward, spreading throughout the universe almost positive and powerful humanistic behaviors. It's no rocket science whatsoever to understand. I just consistently stick to the balance of watching and listening to 2 wise expressions from 2 people I love, Denzel and Pauletta Washington. Denzel, my ultimate dream life project are my kids, my family, and Pauletta, to get to something you never had, you have to do something you never did. My mother had many dreams she did not achieve while she was alive, and all of us here on earth. One guaranteed aspiration of hers that survived her untimely death was her impact. Iron sharpens iron, as so one sharpens another. Proverbs 27:17 is one of my all-time favorite biblical verses because it proves without a shadow of a doubt the way my mother strategically stitched my soul to understand the importance of why I should always put my family first, or why I should always hunt down any dream I choose to conquer was a fail-safe mission accomplished. So I am life humbled and honored to forever be able to look up at the heavenly skies, knowing that my mother is looking down on my brother J. Rod, now proud of the men, the husbands, and the fathers that we have become. And I'll forever keep my extended promise. I'll forever be my brother's keeper, because in the rival of whether it is dusk or dawn, or in the presence of pain, evil, or death, I will use my global impact for the greater good of all mankind, because that's just what she wanted, for me to trust the right process. My mother left a lot of good in this world, and I'm making damn sure that she can rest assured knowing that I have the reins on the rest of my life from him, highest here. I love you. Have a good one.
Make sure that you take a little Southern hospitality and make sure that he don't go home empty-handed. Now I just gotta talk like this, like we're about to have some mint julep.